A lot of people that I've been talking to lately have been mentioning how concerned they are about being able to retire as they don't feel they have enough money saved. It's a very common thought right now that I hear, especially now with the high inflation that we have going on. So in this video, I'm going to talk about ways to help people to retire without a big nest egg. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Monday morning. Now, first of all, I have to mention, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving you financial advice. I'm just really a frustrated Canadian that was just trying to figure out life and how to be retired. So that's all this is. These are just some tips and some ideas you may want to consider. So while retiring with no money or with little money might not be the most optimal solution, there are some thoughts on how to survive retirement with little or no money that I'm going to be sharing. So the first part of this video will be some potential cost savings that you might be able to do to live on less. And then the last part will be specific to Canadians about income they can receive when they retire. So first I want to talk to you about housing, as housing is often one of the largest expenses that we have. So if you own your own home, here are some ideas you may want to consider. The first one is you may want to consider getting a roommate. I know in Calgary, the rental market right now is crazy, and just renting a room in a house can bring in as much as $800 a month, which is crazy, but it's a great income generator. If you bring in two roommates, that could be almost $20,000 a year. That's crazy, but it can be a big change to your lifestyle. So I would just have a couple of thoughts here. Just be very careful of, obviously, of who you bring into your home. Make sure that they're very, very well vetted. And then I'd recommend setting up terms upfront. What are your expectations? What are your times? Can you have parties? Anything like that, to set up the terms up front just to avoid any problems later. Also, if you own your own home as well, you may want to consider a reverse mortgage. So reverse mortgages have attracted a lot of attention, but both good and bad in recent years. Now, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but this could be an option for you if you need it. A reverse mortgage simply is where you put a mortgage on your home up to a certain percentage of the value of your home, but then you don't pay anything at all. When the last remaining homeowner then leaves the home permanently, either through death or moving away and the home is sold, then you pay off the balance plus all of the interest that has accrued while you've had that loan. If the home sale doesn't cover the full balance due, then the company that gave you the mortgage has to cover the difference. If the home sale is more than the balance that's due, then you or your heirs get to keep the difference. Again, it may not be your best option, but it may be something you want to consider. It's something out there. Now, another option maybe is to retire somewhere other than where you currently live, somewhere that's usually less expensive. And there's so many places out there that are less expensive, especially right now here in Alberta. The big cities have gotten unbelievably expensive. So maybe you want to retire to a smaller community. But whether that place is in North America or overseas, there are lots of options to consider. Depending on the country that you decide on, you can honestly retire comfortably in many beautiful destinations for like $1,000, $1,500 a month. You know, things like Ecuador, Panama, Thailand, and many of these countries also have very, very, very good medical care as well for a lot less than you would pay in the US. So it might be worth looking into and spending some time researching your destinations. There was a study that was done recently by US News. They have a great list of potential locations. I'm going to link that study in the comments below. Now, some other ways to help you retire with little or no money, possibly if you want to then continue to work in some capacity. You could work remotely, you could work part-time. Maybe you do have a hobby that you could develop into some kind of an income generating stream. With today's technology, there are tons of options. And then the last one of these sort of ideas is there are so many hidden discounts out there. For example, if you've attended a university or a college, oftentimes people offer insurance at a discount or healthcare prescriptions at a discount. If you were in the military, sometimes there is. There's many, many, many rewards clubs. My brother-in-law is signed up for every single solitary restaurant reward club and point program that there is. And on his birthday, he eats free. Oftentimes he gets notification of sales that they're going to have 2-for-1s, etc. So he can eat often for way less expensive, but not just eating then for any of us. The stores have rewards programs. Movie theaters, almost everywhere has really, really good rewards clubs. So I would recommend signing up for all of those. You just never know where you can find some good discounts. And then the last one is there's many, many Facebook groups that focus on helping one another, I guess, and like bartering and trading as well. So for example, you may be able to volunteer at, let's say, a local farm or a local ranch, and then in exchange, instead of paying you money, they give you either a discount or they give you vegetables or whatever they're raising on that farm or ranch. Or maybe you can drive people to their appointments in exchange for something that they have. It's a very unique and fun way to save money. You meet lots of people that way, and it's an interesting thing to do. So those are some Facebook groups that are out there. Now, as Canadians, there are quite a few income sources that you can qualify for. But first, let's just talk, if you're in your late 50s, early 60s still, and you're still working, at 60, you are able to claim your Canada Pension Plan, your CPP. This is just something you may want to think about if you're still working to claim your CPP at 60. Take that money. It will be less. First of all, it will be less than what you were going to get at 65. But if you continue working and continue paying into CPP, they do top that up every year that you continue to work. But you take that money that you would get at 60, I would suggest to open up a TFSA, a tax-free savings account. Put your CPP into the TFSA, and by the time you're 65, you'll have a nice little nest egg that you can use tax-free in the future to help you with your retirement and to supplement your retirement. Canadians also have OAS, or old age security, that you can take at 65. You have to have lived in the country for at least 10 years to qualify for that. But the payment for that is just under, right now, about $700 a month. And so that also will help you in your retirement. And then another plan that Canada overall has, it's called GIS, or Guaranteed Income Supplement. To qualify for GIS, you have to be 65 years or older. You have to live in Canada, receive your old age security, and if you're single, your income has to be below $21,168. Again, if you're single, you'll get just over $1,000 a month on GIS. So those are some ideas of things you can get as a Canadian. But now, depending on which province or city that you live in, there are a few other eligible programs that may offer additional help. For example, in Ontario, there's something called Trillium that you may qualify for. I know in Calgary here, seniors can apply to defer their property taxes for up to 10 years. So you wouldn't have to pay your property taxes for up to 10 years to help you with costs. That's something that you should maybe be aware of. You should also be eligible for your carbon tax rebate, for the GST rebate. There's a new grocery rebate. There is a program or a calculator that you can use to determine which programs that you can qualify for. I'll put that link also in the remarks. And then I just Googled healthcare for seniors, as I'm not quite there yet, getting there quickly, but each province and territory has their own plan as well. So make sure that you check as many of them as you can to get the best coverage you can for the least amount of money. So there are quite a few things to help when you get to that retirement age if you don't feel you have enough. So although retiring with little or no money is not ideal, there are quite a few programs to generate income, to help you save money, and to take advantage of programs that the government offers to help you make your retirement remarkable within your own set of circumstances. So I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Monday morning, and please consider joining our Facebook group. It's at facebook.com
facebook.com/group/life starts at retirement.